time and for sure, I am gonna make some time, at least an hour that week, anyways, right? While I'm in Cali, I know Aaron is gonna be out there with me, so uh, we'll make sure to have our Zoom in Cali for the time of the event. We're flying from the 8th to the 12th. So
Awesome.
yeah, are
Where do
you?
you live again?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Where do you live again? I forgot where.
I'm in
Texas, right?
yeah, I'm in Dallas, DFW, a
Oh,
little bit further up north of actual Dallas. I'm in a suburb called Plano.
oh yeah, I'm familiar with Plano.
Yep, yep.
Nice.
So, yeah, find out who else in here is going to Cali? I mean, I know there's only five of us right now, but who else is going to Cali?
Me and my husband are planning on it. We have we have people watching our four kids, but we haven't like booked the hotel or anything. But we've looked at rental cars, so
It's not easy to plan around it, I'm telling you.
mm,
The last one that they had, well, no, sorry, the last one, unfortunately, I had to miss. The one that they had in Florida. The one before that was in Dallas, of course, I was here for, and then the first one ever, I had to make that and wherever they're local to. So I think this is number four now. So so
Where's the one that they have in Florida?
they usually so the first one that they had it was where they're from, so Martin County, which is oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank right now.
Is that like Fort Lauderdale or something?
No,
Port
no.
St. Lucie.
Oh my goodness, thank you. Yeah,
Port
Port
St.
St.
Lucie,
Lucie.
yeah.
what the heck that was? Yeah, Port St. Lucie where we went.
Is
Uh,
that Volusia County?
no, that should be Martin County. No, let me see.
I'm not sure.
Martin County, Florida. Port St. Lucie. Yep, Stewart. So that's actually where the event actually was. It ended up being in downtown Stewart, which is next door to Port St. Lucie. But that was fun. We got to meet everyone the first time. So that's where I got this one at. Hold on, let me see. Let me see it.
Oh, nice. You've
Yep.
been there, done that, got the
And
t-shirt.
yep. That was the first official. I was telling my wife, even if I grow out of this, is one of the ones that's probably going to go up on the wall, you know?
Hmm.
Nice.
The first event that they ever had. So, I didn't do a poll for today's topic because I think, and right now, no one yet so far, I don't think, but there were a few newcomers to to the group over the last like week or so, and I wanted them to kind of, I guess it was going to be more of like a freestyle session essentially. So we're just going to jump it off right now, and if anybody has any particular questions, please fire them off. If
I
not,
I
I have some
I
role playing. That was my thing. If no one had any questions, I was just going to go straight into like a little role playing or even some follow-ups that I actually have. But Kareem, go ahead.
well, I have a situation that I don't know if it's a situation that I wanted to bring up because it's been a minute. But I have a realtor friend in Oklahoma
Okay.
that has a house and none of his investors want to buy because they're capped out right now. I had a buyer that was looking at it and he keeps saying, yeah, I'm going to send you an offer. Yeah, and I'm going to send you an offer. Yeah, I'm going to send you an offer. And he still hasn't. And the
No.
realtor's like, are you going to send an offer or what's going on? So he said that he would probably take 450 as long as they can walk away. He doesn't want to clean out the garage. He doesn't want to clean out the miscellaneous stuff. And according to the realtor, um, he already completed the floors downstairs. The upstairs, it could either need a good deep clean, like the carpets, or just
Yeah.
replace them, and it could use a paint freshening.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
other than being cleaned out, that's it. And he said he would probably take 450, but he wants cash.
Okay.
And it sits on the market low 615, high 680.
680. Got you. And you said the city is where in Oklahoma, Tulsa?
It's in Yukon. Mm-mm.
Yukon. Wow,
It's in
wow, okay.
Yukon.
Let me ask you this because I'll be honest with you, the Yukon market, I'm looking it up right now, but median sale price, it just seems a little bit high, but not to say that it's not out there. So right now I'm seeing a median sale price of 275. So automatically I say uh, not to say that it's overpriced because every market has those pockets where properties are really expensive, but that is clearly in that market a high-end product at that price in the 600 range. So my first question always is, and if you already answered it, my apologies, why doesn't he list it?
because he's going through a divorce and he wants to be done with the chapter in his life. He wants to sell it, move on, be done.
For sure.
He
But
he,
then I always kind
he
of push
doesn't.
back, right? Because I like to play devil's advocate and say, hey, but John, like, John, you can still sell it on the market. So, like, why is it that you're like against, especially if you're already working with a realtor, John, why not list it? And then they may say, well, because
So
listing it is going to take, 90 days, and I actually want this done in 30. And I'm like, hey, I got you, John. And now we're on the same page. And then I kind of imply and say, hey, if you want that 30 days instead of 90s, it's going to come with a price, right? And that's kind of like implied in the conversation now. But if you can't get that out of them, he's just going to be like, hey, I expect market value. And if you can't offer it, then um,
no, he already said that he thinks it's worth 650 to 700 because
okay.
it's a huge house. It's like almost 5,000 square feet. It's pretty. Let's put it that way. It's very pretty on an acre in the Yukon area. But and the realtor, he doesn't represent the seller, so he would represent the buyer.
So
Yeah.
this is your agent that's kind of looking for deals for you, scouting deals.
So long story short, I
Yeah.
was on Facebook and one of my friends said,
Yeah.
"Hey, one of my friends has this cash deal. The buyer just wants to be done, walk away. If you're interested and you know any investors or you want to buy a really nice house, hit me up." So I was like, "Okay, I'm going to be bold and I'm going to do it because I really need to get this going." So I did, and they sent me the message and she sent me to the guy, and I actually went to school with the guy way
Okay.
back
So
when
there's
I
a
went to
little
college. I was like, "Oh my gosh, what a small world." And like we kind of like went about it that way. So,
crazy.
um, that's kind of where we're at. And I sent it to someone that I know pays for cash, and he keeps saying, "Yeah, yeah, I want it." But then I feel like now I'm being annoying. Like you're either going to send it to me, or you're not going to send me an offer. And he keeps saying, "I'm going to
100%.
send an offer." But that was last. Like the realtor even did a walkthrough, like a full video walkthrough, and took a bunch of pictures. And I sent it to the guy, and he keeps just saying, "I'm going to get you an offer." Well,
When?
so I don't know if it's something because I know it's more higher end, and I know that's something that since it is so much above the median sell price, if I'm wasting my time or I
I don't know. So let me
keep
ask you this.
going.
You said that the seller thinks that it's worth 650 to 700 and they're asking how much cash?
He wants 500 to walk away, but the realtor said even if we owe him like offer 450 just from talking to him, he thinks he would take it just because he has another primary residence. He has like a business, he has all these different things, and he just wants to be done with the house. So if we offer, and there's like limbs down from the wind, and there's like he doesn't want to clean up the yard and he doesn't want to clean out the boxes out of the garage. So if we offer to clean it out, like
Yeah.
the house is mostly cleaned up, but there's like miscellaneous things here and there that he would take 450 just because he's that like I'm done. I want to be done and move on.
Got you. So, it seems like there may be a deep enough discount. I'm not sure. And it also seems like you may be able to work on that price a little bit more, right? So it may be worth looking into. Now the question becomes is just confirming that actual value, that 650 to 700, is there really that much spread? Normally, again, I'm such a devil's advocate that I say, why not just list it? And I get that this realtor doesn't represent the seller, he will represent you. But at the end of the day, the seller still has an option to list and make more. Especially on a high-end property like this, I just don't see something's missing. But I'm happy to comp it for you and see if I can find any activity. That's the only way that I can truly say like this is worth your time or not, you know?
All right. So
And
it's
if you
hard
don't
to
feel,
comp because there's no, I don't mind. I have it in a Google Drive and all the things.
yeah,
Um, I There's nothing that's really sold. That's the
yeah,
problem. There's lots of comps, but they're smaller.
yeah.
Like
So you're
that's what I'm
already,
running into.
yeah, and you're already kind of answering your question, right? So now, if you, Kareen, if your goal was to use private funds, buy it yourself, and list it on the market, then I would say maybe if you really think that 650 to 700 is truly it. and you can buy it for like 500 and just, list it as is without even doing a little bit to it, right? Then that would be a good play. But if you're wholesaling it, it's hard because you're looking for a very particular kind of buyer. So you would have to
Hmm.
lock this up in a decent amount of time, 30, 45, whatever, but days, right? But then it's like, well, this guy, usually they come to us as wholesalers because we can move quick.
Hmm.
If not, then again, my question becomes again, why doesn't he just list it?
Because he doesn't want to change the carpet and he doesn't want to paint and he doesn't want to
You
do
can still
anything,
list
is
it the
what
way
he
it is.
says.
You can still, Kareem, you can still list it and then price it and list to sell, right? So like,
Interesting. Yeah.
yeah, or you
Okay.
can get like a lot of sellers will say, "Oh, okay, you don't like the carpet. I don't really want to do it, but I'll give you a credit on the HUD."
Oh,
Right?
that's
So
a good
like the
idea too.
seller is
Yeah.
like, "I'll give you a $5,000 credit at closing, so you do the carpet. I am not trying to deal with it." Again, his reason is not good enough as to why he's wanting to sell it to a pawn shop like yourself.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
dig deeper.
dig deeper, because as of right now, I would say that it's not worth your time. It just sounds like he is looking for quick cash and top of the market. Like he wants it all. And you can only have like one of the three or two of the three sometimes, but most of the times, one of the three.
Right. Okay.
Because you know how people would corner somebody like that by saying, "Okay, listen, I'll sign this contract. I'll replace the carpets, and then I'll list it like a
True.
novation deal, and then I'll give you
That-
the 450 when it sells, and then watch them say, well, then no, then I want a piece of the, then you're not looking for just to
Yeah,
not do the
I'll
carpet.
tell you this, Karine, a true investor, forget innovation, right? A true investor, if they're really confident of their numbers, like if they see that, oh my goodness, I know for a fact, if I can just change the carpet on this, I'm gonna get 650. I know it. And this guy is giving it to me for 500. Okay, let me just do the math real quick. The carpets, I don't know, like 8 grand. I don't know, just say 10 grand, whatever. So 500 closing costs, whatever. 510 because of the carpet plus the clothes. There's money, right? But you would have to take it down with private money and list it. That is a way, that is essentially what's called a wholesale.
Okay.
And that's what I love those because you're 20 grand in and out less, hopefully, no more than 20, because at that point you start getting into full rehabs and I don't, but that would be the play there. And then you would give that house a lot of exposure on the market, which is my question is again, why doesn't he just do that? We can do that because we have the funds and we can hold that money for 3 or 4 months or however long it takes to sell on the market.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, so that would be the only way that I would be able to like look at that as, potential opportunity.
okay.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm ready to do private money and all that yet.
Well,
So,
it sounds intimidating, but just keep it in mind. I have private money in here. Aaron has private money in here. I was hoping that he would. Let me see if I can actually text. He says sometimes he just forgets. So today we're actually buying a property together. We're closing on it tomorrow, but Aaron and I are actually buying a property together in Hooks, Texas for $11,000.
oh, whoa.
Um, So yeah, I'm super excited about that. And we're using private money. It's really not as so to take out 11 grand, it's gonna cost us 250 bucks, I think every 3 months, he said, Aaron.
You're buying the whole house for 11 grand?
11 grand in Hooks, Texas.
Crazy.
It's a piece of, hold on, I'll show you the house. Let me see if I can share my screen. It's everything is Texas assessed at the county level at 48,000. So again, it's one of, it ain't crazy type of property, but let me see. I think he's joining now. He's iPhone, maybe. Let me see. iPhone. Is that you, iPhone? Aaron? No. All right, let me keep going. Let me share my screen. Let's see. Okay, there it is. And then I don't want to talk about this one too much because people have questions and this is what it's about. But this is the house that me and Aaron are buying today with the private money. Um, 11K, comes with a personal gym.
Hmm.
It's 3/4 of an acre. And believe it or not, this is not a mobile home. It does have a foundation. That's gonna be it. So okay, Kareem, just to give you an idea, you guys are probably wondering like, what the hell is this guy doing buying this piece? We're listing it as is with this. Kareem, do you hear me? This is gonna go on the MLS. I'm gonna send you guys the video.
Huh.
Once it's live, I'll send it to you. I don't care. Look, if somebody wants it, they're gonna. I think we're literally at this point speculating, but it's cool because it's costing whatever. I think we're going to be able to list this on the market for 55, and then it's going to sell for between 40 to 45 as is. And then we paid 11 for it. It's probably going to take us like 6 to 9 months, honestly, to sell this. But again, private money to take out 11K, it was 250 every 3 months. They do it by quarter,
Yeah.
they do it every quarter.
You
So
could put that on a credit card
sure, I could.
for like
250
zero interest for a year.
250 times whatever 3/4 because I'm estimating 9 months of listing time, which is long, but it's a piece of poo-poo. So $750. That's even rounded to 1,000 for lender fees, 11,000 that we bought it. Here, I'll show you guys the HUD. It's pretty crazy. Somebody tried to join and then they left. Whatever. Um, So 11,000 plus the whatever that let's just say another 1,000 of lender fees and then closing costs for this one. I'm gonna show you how much the closing costs were. Uh, boom, 11K. There he is.
Hmm.
Our boy Aaron joining the call. Perfect timing. And we showing our goodies, bro. So this is it right here. I told him, man, we got a Bowflex. Look, look at that. Beautiful. I wonder what they did on this table, man. Wow. The stories that this house could say, man, I can't even. So, Karine, it's private money. It sounds so intimidating, and I remember it. To me, sometimes it still does, especially when you deal with like crazy figures. Um, but it's just at the end of the day, and Aaron will confirm this, it's just a matter of knowing the right people. That's all that private money is. It's just knowing the right connects. That's it. So that's what I would do if that house truly had an ARV of 650 to 700 by only doing carpet work, and he's willing to let it go for 450 or 75, take it, You're gonna find private money in here.
Okay, I sent it to you if you wanted to look at it and see what you think. If you don't want to right now, that's perfectly fine. But
If you don't mind me, because again, this call is a freestyle call, no topic engineer. If you don't mind me sharing my screen confident, I will do a underwriting quick session with everyone. Uh,
that's fine, yeah.
okay. What did you send it on the chat?
Yeah, I sent the I sent it directly to you. It's a Google Drive.
Okay, so the bathrooms are outdated, but hey, if that's how properties are selling around there, outdated like that, that's just there. That's what the market is. Do you know if there's any foundation issues?
So he said, The realtor said that there was a couple bricks on the side, and they're in here. He went and took a pictures of them that are cracked, but it could just be because it's settling because the building is, they said 6 to 7 years old. It was an add-on after they built the house, but he wanted to show us that. And there's another picture of the cracked bricks.
So what I
Um,
look at is cracked bricks on the side, very normal for setting. She's right, but or he's right. But then if you start seeing it in the front, like, okay, maybe settling. And then I need to see the driveway. The driveway is what tells it for me. And again, it could be settling, but if you start seeing all of them together and then you go inside and you start going into some of the bedrooms and you also see that, you're like, okay, sure, there's settling problems, but the settling problems is due to the foundation issues.
right.
Uh, Driveway, unless they did recent work to it, looks okay. I mean, okay. Um, Tanya left, she's coming back. Let's make sure she doesn't miss this. Nice house, definitely. I could
It
see.
is huge.
Yeah, it's not the standard Yukon, Oklahoma. Sorry, I'm
Mm-mm.
going fast. I was going backwards. Look, it even got the Dolphins. I mean, that's sweet. Yeah, I would have definitely put this past the 300K mark, that Yukon has to offer. You can tell that it's a little bit nicer.
They're gonna leave the drapes too. I don't know if that matters. And I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. But he said those are custom drapes they made for the windows. I was like, okay.
For us as a wholesaler, not much at all. And,
Uh,
and either for as soon as you see the buyer, it's actually going to be good for content because the buyer is going to go in there and just yank them and make a funny video about it. Um, that's what I would do if I was the buyer here. I would rip them things off so fast. Yeah, new floors for sure. They're right about that. I honestly, like, even though these bathrooms, shore market may not want them updated, I would update these. These are a little bit too much. All right. So it's that address. Let me see if I can 13216.
Looks really good for a flip.
Say it again.
Looks good for a flip if there's comps at 700.
And
To
street.
spend
And that's
maybe
what,
six fifty
yeah.
thousand on.
And that's what she was saying. So I don't know about a flip. That would be a big rehab. But let's see if we can find any type of activity um at all. They bought it for 244 in 2003. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Kareem. I mean, there's just, I would have to already remove the square footage, and still, I'm struggling to find any activity within half a mile, with no filters at all. Just within the last year, within half a mile. So let me go a mile, start well, I'm already time traveling. Now I got to move the distance. Still nothing. I mean, yeah, because guess what? Like, and then it starts getting to a point where it's like, what do we do with that? We list it
right,
and we kind of just speculate and we just hope for it. And that is a big number to speculate with. I'll speculate with $11,000, like this piece of poo-poo right here, but not 450 to 500. That's a big number.
right.
So yeah, I probably would pass on it to be quite frank with you.
Okay. And that's
Yeah.
why I wanted to ask, because I didn't, it's my first one that I'm like, okay, let's be bold, let's get talk to them and all the things, but
But
I
you're
I
about
couldn't find the comps. I was like, well, maybe Luca can. So that's another reason I was like,
You know what? Sometimes, and I used to do the same thing. Sometimes I would like beat myself up and I would stare at those comps and I'd be like, why can't I find them? It must be because I'm so bad at comping. And it's like, no, 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 no. Like it's actually telling me exactly what I need to know, that there is nothing for me here to see, right? Um, and it's right in front of you sometimes. Don't avoid it. You're right.
okay,
Yep.
thank you.
For sure. For sure. For sure. Um, Again, guys, this freestyle today is not going to be like a particular topic. So if anybody just wants to fire off questions, I don't just fire them out. And if not, then like I said, I was thinking if it's going to be like no questions at all, I was going to do a few follow-ups and see how many people don't answer my phone today. No,
Yeah, sorry, nobody's saying anything, but yeah, calls is always a good thing.
It is.
I
It
mean, I
is.
have another question if no one else has a question. I just didn't
Sure.
want to hog your time. So,
You are not. No, 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 no.
I mean, if
Please
anyone
fire them
else,
off.
so
Ah,
I have started digging into, oh goodness, I should have wrote it down. I should have been prepared, but like,
it's all good.
um, the code violations, the government lists,
Yeah.
and like Lubbock and Amarillo. And I'm trying to do just where I'm at, just so I can like touch, feel, see, learn kind of sort of thing. I know you said Pueblo is like a poopy area, but I also want to be able to touch and learn.
Yes, for sure.
So, um, the city of Lubbock, I'm not seeing like code violations or stuff like that, but
Really.
Amarillo did. But
Okay.
then Pueblo, it has the form. I went back on the like the second video. I think you were showing us how to walk through it.
Yeah.
And I found the form you were talking about, like the portal, but
Yeah.
it just like wants the name and the phone number and the email, and then like, what do you want? And give a detailed description of what you want. And it's just like this big paragraph, and I'm supposed to put in, I don't know what they're looking for. So I guess that's where it's not like a, it's not a multiple choice.
It's not. It's actually, I'm looking at it right now. I'm about to share my screen, and it is a little bit of a different portal. And it's actually the only reason why I'm familiar. Can you see my Google screen?
Hmm.
The only reason why I'm familiar with this portal is because one of my counties in Georgia, Coweta County, their code violations are exactly the same, and they use this portal. Okay, so first of all, sorry, let me not go too fast. I just typed in the usual that I always type in, city state open records request. That's usually what I do when I'm looking for code violations, water shut off, or just, tax delinquency, stuff like that. Um, and then it's usually the first, second, third, but usually the first website. So this one, pretty self-explanatory right here. You go to the portal and you can actually like these are like live. So like you don't even have to request it. You could just export them out of here. So let me see if it's the same, like Coweta County. So, yep, code case, admin.
This is not where I was.
You said it's not
No.
good. That means that you're learning something new. So, search code case, advanced, and then I would do that. You can get pretty cool. It's pretty cool because you can actually like already filter out the ones that you don't really want to look at. So, like, um, well, actually, I will leave all of these in here for now. What I would want to filter out from here first is I guess we can just do the open dates. So I would usually do code violations on a monthly basis. So like in the beginning of March, I would have pulled them for the beginning of Fe for all of February. So open date to close date, February 28th, and then you want to leave the close date. Sorry, yeah, these two fields empty, and you're gonna leave these unclicked, and then you click search. And you're going to see that they opened up 2,799 codes in all the city of Lubbock in the whole month of
Mm.
February. And then you export. Export first 1,000 results. No. Current view, which is all of these. And again, remembered, I remember to click recording this time, so it is recording. You can go back to this and it downloads it already right here. Can you still see my screen as it's loading up Excel?
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, what's going on? Okay, let me go back. Let me see. So it looks like it only pulled okay. So you can only do 1,000 at a time, it looks like. So what I would do then, because I would probably split this up. So I would do, and just try to see how you can get to like 1,000. And it's annoying, but, uh, um, let's see. You're gonna understand what I'm talking about. So it's still too much, and you're just gonna have to keep track, right? And luckily, this is only once a month, unless you want to do this every day for whatever reason. But we're trying to only just get to 1,000. Okay, so like this is fine, right? Because then now you can export first 1,000 results, and it's going to include all 904. For some reason, when you do export current view, it only exports however many is on the page, and you can only have 100 on the page. So that's just not constructive at all. That's just not time. It's very time consuming. So best way to do it is do it from like a date range to where only 904's results are open. Let me see if maybe we can narrow it down a little bit more. Because technically, like now, what we're gonna do once we pull up the export, the Excel sheet, we are gonna clean up like the ones that are voided, non-verbal, notice sent, but you can't really toggle here. Like you can only choose one. And we want to do like new, notice of violation, notice sent, citation. Like we want more than just one option. So, anyways, this is the best way to do it. Pick a date range that only gives you 1,000 or less here. Export it. 1,000 results. And now it's opening up the one with all of the results. Okay. So now we got to clean this up a little bit because again, you don't want to go through all of these. Like complied by city, that like they complied, like they cleaned up, they did what they were supposed to do. You don't want to go after those people. You want to go after the ones that are disregarding their stuff. Oh, sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Filter, I add filters to all my columns, and then I'm going to first filter the status. And I already know this video is going to get taken down from YouTube because of all these addresses, but that's fine. We'll add it to the Google Drive. And now I'm going to select all of the ones that I don't care for because I'm going to delete them out of my spreadsheet. So like complied, don't care. No violation, don't care because there's no violation. Ongoing investigation, oh yeah, we want that. Referred, rejected by contractor, we want that because that means that sometimes whoever the city hired to do the job, they're like, no, that shit is so bad, I don't even want to touch it. So we definitely
Hmm.
want that. Retired, I don't know. I don't know. And then voided, I would probably want to remove. How many does retired give us? So there's 619 right now down here. If I add retired, 621, like who cares? There's really only two. Um, we'll leave the retired people in there, whatever. I don't even know what that means. So then I will delete these. So there's 619 we're deleting, right? Pretty damn good. And you're like, well, no, I want more addresses. And you're like, yeah, but you want the ones that matter. I would clean this up even more. I would then now go to type. I don't care about junk. I mean, maybe if you want more leads, sure, go after junk vehicle because maybe it could be like, but I'm telling you, junk vehicle, a lot of people just comfortable and they just don't give a damn. But like they're staples in that house. Like good luck trying to, you offer them $1 million, they're still not moving. Um, Weeds and rubbish, clearly you want that. So let's see which ones I would probably remove from this. Uh, Honestly, because it would be a new, for you, it would be a new place that I'm doing codes. And there's not that many right here right now. There's only 286. Of course, you're going to add more now because, hold on. Here we stopped at 210. So now you're going to, pretend like this is the beginning of March and you're doing all of February. You're going to say, okay, now I got to do 211. And let's just try to do 2 to 17. How many is that going to give me? 750. Okay, let's bump it up a little bit because we can get up to 1,000. Do you understand why I'm doing that?
Yes.
Okay, okay. What? Still too much on the 19th is gonna do it right here. Jeez. Okay, 18th. Okay, perfect. So then I will pull this list, right? And I will clean this list a little bit, and then once that's clean, I would copy and paste it, boom, add it to this list, right? And then I would finish the month. And now you have a solid list. I would say probably is going to get us like the way it's looking like right now. February probably had a solid 1,000 leads for you to go after in Lubbock between weeds and rubbish, junk vehicle, property maintenance. These are all good to go after. Try the junk vehicle. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah.
Worst
But
thing they're gonna do is hang up or not answer.
right. I mean, who and it's not like there's thousands more to where it's like it breaks the bank. You might as well just throw them in there. Um, to make this easy, this is where the portal is. I literally just have a favorites like here. Something like this, public records, Georgia, Texas, right? Code violations. These are all my cities in Dallas that I do for code violations.
Hmm.
Do the same thing. That way you don't, and then because the goal is to win for you to be able to click this button here. It's a little Google Chrome extension. You record, well, no, I'm not like that. You record the screen and you show a VA and say, this is how you do it. And then you just hand it off to them, you know?
Hmm.
Let me share the screen with, or the on the chat the link before I forget it. And boom. I think I shared it to just you. Let's not hog it, Kareem. Let's share it with everybody.
That's perfectly fine. We're a family. We got this.
Yeah, let's share it with everybody. I think there's another. I don't know if Jesse. I think it's Jesse Lee that's in Lubbock. I can't
Yeah.
remember. Right? Somebody's
Yeah.
in.
He's said if I had something that need be boots on the ground.
Nice, nice. So, yeah, that's a good website because if you could do this technically every week and just like be on top of them. I just um code violations sometimes they gotta sit sometimes.
Awesome. Thank you.
For
So Luca,
Joseph, what's going on, man?
in that same vein of code violation, like here in Florida, um, like I'm doing I'm doing Polk County, but
Mhm.
like with Polk County, you can download the address, but then they don't have the zip code behind the address. And Polk County has, I would say, about 10 zip codes in it. So when I try and skip it, I can't skip it without the zips. So it looks like I'm going one by one, plug it into Google, down, then copy and paste the zip. Is that have you ran into something like that, or that's just like unique?
I have, and unfortunately, I have an unfair advantage because I still, and I guess everybody could, you still have it, but most people just kind of stick to one software. I still use PropStream, Joseph.
Got it.
And with PropStream, you can, I don't know if you're familiar with it, you can actually import lists without the zip code. It actually does
Mhm.
take it with just city, address, and state. And that's kind of my hack to it. And that's another, I guess, one of big reasons uh, that I am still on PropStream as well. And I'm not giving that up. So, um, yep, that's my way. That's my only way around it. But I would be lying if I didn't hear about like something like Gemini. So, do you have maybe like a list, and you don't have to give me the whole thing, even just like one with like 10 addresses that you can share with me, and I can kind of try to share my screen and see?
So you saying give you the list I got? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just you can email it to me maybe, or just like, or clean it up and just send me like 10 addresses or just something to where I can test with Gemini. I think we may be able to do something with Gemini.
What's Gemini?
It is Google's AI kind
Oh,
of
okay, I
chat
got you. I got
GPT.
you. Oh, I
And
did
the
try that. I tried it with ChatGPT. I was like, give me the addresses. Then it tried to run me through this whole APN thing. I'm like, no, just I'm gonna plug. I uploaded it to ChatGPT. So and
Mhm.
I told it find these zip codes for me. It
Yeah.
would not do it. Yeah, it would not do it. It
I'll
told
tell
me
you
I had to
why.
go and use it.
And I'm not going to
Why?
say that Gemini is perfect, but Gemini is Google and Google owns Google Maps.
Got it.
ChatGPT does not. So I love ChatGPT for everything else. Literally, I actually don't use Gemini I don't use Gemini at all because I don't do this, what I'm about to do right now. I love
Mhm.
ChatGPT, but for this particular task, I would go to Gemini just because they own Google Maps.
I got what you're saying. Let me find my computer. Let me get the book back.
Or since you're already familiar with this task, if you don't like feel like maybe you don't want to share your list,
This is, this is public data. Matter.
I'm gonna take all of it. I'm gonna call
Hey,
all
it don't matter. Hey, the more people that call them, the more they might get the intention to sell. That's how I look at it.
they get the message, right? You gotta manage.
Right.
Like I guess
Uh,
damn, I got like 8 calls today.
all right, let me see.
19. Oh, they're crazy for that.
Okay.
Let me text you my or let me hold on, the email to send it to.
All right.
I'll just send it in the chat.
That'll work. Okay.
And I'm gonna say like from the attached list where I only have address, city, and the state. I need you to fill the column with the oh, fill the last column with the correct zip codes. Ah, attachments where I only have first city and should fill the correct zip codes. Yeah, let's see. And where, Joseph, where you said, where in Florida?
Oh, it's Polk County. It's Zach sent out that list that has what was it? It was like he gave a list that has, you know, the easiest way to find code violations.
Mhm.
Yeah, that I got it from that list. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. And another thing I can do, I know when I if I run into a challenge, if I email the X lead or Ninja mode, they'll usually try to update the system. Like there was one time I had a bunch of land leads, they were not popping up, and then I sent them a list. They updated the system, and now most of my land leads are popping up, so
It's
I could email them too.
Yeah, I don't think that this is something that to where they can actually edit it though. Like I don't know if this is like a feature. I don't know. I
Yeah,
I wish because again, like my goal was always to like not use prop stream and or not just because it's prop stream, but because it's so many platforms.
right.
Um, but yeah, there's so many there's a lot of cities to where they don't give zip codes, and I have to be able to import it without doing all of this.
Hmm.
Um,
Here it is, code violations. All right.
Now, you know what? Why you try to send that? This guy is not about to answer, but I'm about to call this guy. He said
Okay.
after 6:30, call me. Um, let's see how serious he is.
Okay.
I guarantee he wasting my time, but that's fine. We'll have fun. Hey, Horacio. Horacio, it's Luca speaking. How you doing?
Hello.
Horacio, can you hear me?
I can.
Horacio, it's Luca speaking. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks for asking. You spoke to Amy, I think 3, 4 days ago, maybe. about your Rockwall. I guess sometimes it falls under Fate, Texas, but your Rockwall property on yeah, 401.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she told me to give you guys a call. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys are looking to sell the place.
I'm not looking for a place.
Okay.
Like I said, if the money is right, then I'd be open to it.
Oh, okay. So you're not actively looking, but essentially, if somebody would overpay, then you would sell, of course. Got you. That makes sense. No, it's completely understandable, man, especially if it's a primary residence in today's market. Let me ask you this. Do you happen to have maybe like a rental or piece of land or man, look, I'll buy cars too. I don't care, you know. Do you have anything else that you may be looking to sell?
No, no.
No. Okay. Well, hey man, I appreciate your time. And if something does come up, I'm gonna text you my first name, and I'm always looking to buy a piece of land or a house. Okay.
Okay, sounds good, man.
Thanks, Horacio. Have a good one, man. Bye bye. Yeah, so I that was a cold call lead, and my VA does not filter these calls because I don't want her to. So like she just looks for yes, I'm looking to sell, and sometimes with her not being like from here, like she doesn't live here, so she doesn't understand sometimes the tone of people to where essentially like even if they say, and that's fine because it sometimes it can actually turn into like a good conversation or like whatever. Um, but yeah, this guy is, essentially I'm only selling if you're paying me $1 million type of guy. And that's kind of how very quickly pick those up. A lot of people would just entertain it, qualify them, ask them a bunch of questions about the house, and they do that. And like, I'm not trying to hear this shit. Like, and I already knew from the way he picked up I already knew from the way that like within the first 20 seconds was that he's not looking, he's like, no, I'm not looking to sell. But if somebody would pay for it. So did you
What do
see
you do if he
rent?
would have say, "Yeah, I have a car for you to buy"? How would have you pivoted on that?
I'm sorry, I had the volume low and I had to
Oh,
turn it up. Say that again. No, because
sorry. What? So if he would have said, "Yeah, I have a car for you to buy," like how do you pivot to that?
oh, real quick, I would have been like, what is it? Just like I'm having a conversation with a person. What kind of car is it? Oh, okay. How much you want for it? Cool. Okay, send me pictures. I guess I have to kind of look at it. I'm in Plano. I don't know where you're located or where the car even is, but can you text me some pictures of it? Oh, okay. And if he's like trying to sell a car for real, like why not send me some pictures? And then the first thing I'm gonna do is post it on Facebook Marketplace. I'm gonna say, well, how much you want for it? And if he's like asking for like if I could actually like look online and see like maybe he's talking about something, like, okay, like we got something. I'm gonna post it on Facebook and see if I get any traction.
Interesting. Hmm.
But that's just something that I just, whatever. I'm not telling you to do that. But let me see. I don't think I got a list. Joseph, you didn't send the list yet, have you?
Nah, man. I'm pushing send right now.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
All right. I was listening to you talk about the car deal. I remember Rick said, I think it was which one was it? When you were at you were presenting at
In
the
Dallas.
first one. Yeah, I think so. He was like, this man was trying to say anything he can put a contract on.
And the beautiful thing about the car is I don't even got to put a contract on. There's no law about me not being able to market a car that I don't own. I don't give
That's right.
a dang. All right, let's see what we got.
Yeah, especially with custom cars. I have a buddy who does that with custom, like old antique stuff.
Yeah.
He just lists the stuff that other people own. And when
Aaron,
somebody bids like on a 1915 Ford pickup truck or something,
yeah,
then he'll just call the guy back and say, I'm buying it. There's a truck that's going to come pick it up from you.
just
It's,
reverse
it's crazy.
engineer it.
Huh?
Yeah.
You just reverse engineer it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Aaron got one today. I told him I was like, try this template out, SMS, and this is the template. Are y'all still seeing the screen? Yeah, this is the template that I told him to try. Hold on, let me see. Somebody hit me back with it one too. Look, I said this today at 5:20. And don't be stealing my damn lead now, guys. No big deal, David. Would you happen to have anything else? House, land, ugly car you may be looking to sell at the moment. Boom. And then Aaron got one too. Where is it at? Hold on. Where's the list that I was trying to fix? Aaron had one too earlier. He showed me. I think it was he actually got someone responded said something about a Camry, Toyota Camry, right, Aaron? If you're talkable. If not, make yourself talkable. All right, thanks.
Sorry, I've been with the family. Luca, I just got back to my little office.
Bring him in, man. This is a family
Hey,
family event.
I was listening to your story earlier, and look at the shirts we got on today. I didn't even plan this.
Hold on, because I don't have my screen on. Oh wow, that's crazy. Shut up, man. You always got that shirt on.
No, I swear, I had it on since the
You go to bed with that shirt on.
I sleep with it. It's my gown. It's my nightgown.
Crazy. That's why you got that XXXXL. Joseph, remind me again, man. What city is this?
This is Polk County, and if you could look at it too, I only downloaded a little bit of them because I don't know. Want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Like some of them said, let me go back to that list. I want to make
Well,
sure
the
I'm
problem,
picking up.
the
It
problem
says
now that I'm seeing is Joseph is that I also don't see the city. I'm all
yeah,
sorry, guys.
you're right. I think that's another problem. You're right. I think they're all Lakeland, but I can't guarantee because let me go back. Let me go back to the whole. Let me go back to the list, man.
That would be tough. And I've had these before, and I'll tell you, I've lost some time because what I did before. So, like I said, I was pulling Cobb. Let's just say, like Georgia, I'm pulling Cobb County, and I remember that's one of the ones that I had to do this for. And Cobb County is terrible to do it because Cobb County got like 10 or 12 cities, somewhere around like there. And I would try like I would do the whole list with all the different cities, and I would just try to upload all 10 lists.
Hmm.
Silly is it's really annoying, but this is why I love delegating this stuff to it.
All right, let me go back.
I'll be
Go
honest with you,
ahead.
Joseph. Without the city, I wouldn't be able to do the Gemini trick.
Hmm.
Let me see. I'll do this. You said
I think
mainly
these.
Lakeland?
Yeah, I think they're all Lakeland.
Okay. You can test it out. I mean, whatever, you know. We call this Polk County code violation practice list. That's a first. I've never seen Gemini not letting me add a CSV file, only PDF, it looks like. This is 2.0 research. It's weird, dude. Let's see. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's strange. You see, it doesn't let me choose any of the Excel files, only PDFs. Excel is like right at all of them. I guess you can't upload Excel sheet in Gemini, or maybe unless you pay for like the Gemini Advanced, maybe. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if maybe do you have X leads? Do you have Ninja Mo?
Yes. Yep.
Have you tried just uploading? No, it wouldn't make sense. Let me see. This would be like my let me see. Um, Jeez, man, what's going on? Come on. New map. Add layer, import. Six. Address, city, state. See if you were correct about Lakeland. Okay. We got
What's
something.
up?
We got something. We got something. Now I just need to be able to see if I can turn. So they all do look to be Lakeland. So you're right about that. And now I wish that I could, actually upload CSV files into Gemini, but just nah. I mean, how many? Let me see this. But you know that they're Lakeland. That's sure. Ew. How many are on that list, Joseph?
Let me see.
I know you only sent me four.
I'm on the page. I'm on the web page. I'm on the web page right now. I only download the first. That what you got there is what you got. But the website itself has just so many. Like you, because it's like you just click on what you want, and it's got 10 pages. I couldn't even count it. Yeah, it's 10 pages with 100, I think, on each page. Let me see if I can manage this. No, it's 10 pages. 10 pages with 100 pages with 10 on each page, and it says 100 plus. So I'd have to, and this is just Lakeland. I typed in Lake because you can do it by city inside of Polk County. So I typed in Lakeland, and then I just like I'll click it, and then where's the download button?
I tell you
Yeah,
this, if how many, like honestly, realistically speaking, after you clean up that list
hmm
and you do the whole whatever, how many Lakelands do you think you have?
I don't know. I'm hoping at least 400. I'm hoping at least 4 to 500.
4,500?
Yeah. I'm 4 to 500, like 400 or
Oh,
500.
okay. Okay, well, if you're talking those numbers per month, I can like if it's like okay, I'll do this. If you can cap it at 500 a month, I'm comfortable with you sending me a list of address, city, and state,
hmm
and I'll use out of my 10,000 in prop stream, which I'll be honest with you, like it's been rare that I hit them right now just because I'm doing things a little bit different. And if there just happens to be a month where I need all 10, I'm say, hey, this month it ain't looking solid, but it ain't going like if you can max it at 500, send me a list of these Lakelands. I can put them into prop stream and then export them back out for you with the zip code.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
Sounds very good.
That would be the last thing I can think of.
Okay,
Yep. So,
thank
yeah,
you,
I
brother.
guess kind of clean up the list, Joseph, and see like realistically, what do you think every month you get, and is 500 even realistic for you for Lakeland for this particular one, since it just happens to be an annoying city.
Yeah, it is, man. I gotta go back and figure out how I did it now because I forgot how I downloaded. I don't see the download button because I just let it go after a while. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna do this. It takes hours just to get like it would take. I think it was like a minute, 2 minutes per address.
Yeah.
60 addresses is crazy.
Kind of like
And you
Rick
got
says, though,
400.
you try to pull 10 lists, Joseph, you get 8 of them, keep it pushing, you're good. Like, that's good in my book. So
Okay.
if Lakin just, we found a solution now, but if like Lakin just happened to be that one, sometimes
hmm
right, you just kind of got to keep pushing and go maybe to another one.
Okay.
Why Lakeland? Do you have like buyers or you already got connections there or what?
Listening to the box that they said 400,000 people.
Oh, yeah.
With the R being more, under 400,000. Just listen to that box. That's it.
No, dude,
Um,
Lakeland is no. Lakeland is a good market. I was more just so asking like if you already had like some type of connection there, or you just picked it because
nope.
statistically it's a good market.
Yep. Yeah, that's
Gotcha,
it.
gotcha. No, you pick right. That's Lakeland's hot. What's the ARV right now? Let's see. Lakeland, Florida, median sold price up. A lot of people think that a lot of people get confused. I'm actually not that many people on this, but hopefully the words get spread. don't look at like a lot of times people put in median sold price on Google and then they just kind of see their first number. Make sure you're not grabbing the median listing home price. I don't care what things are getting listed for. You want
Mm-hmm.
to look for because I do the same thing. I click on it, the first thing, boom. I'm just looking at what's written here. I ain't even gonna click on it to be honest with you. I just see, and I used to just kind of look and I didn't pay attention that, hey, like sometimes the listing home price, and it's actually not what we want. Because look, listing home price on average, 339, but then really median sale price, 280, right? So that's really
Mm-hmm.
what they end up selling them for. So yeah, the 280, that's a good market to be in. But
Hey, Joseph, are you local to Lakeland?
No, I live in Lake County, Claremont.
Okay. All right. Because I'm actually like 20 minutes from Lakeland. I'm in Northeast Tampa, like on
Okay,
the very
okay.
edge. I'm like I actually used to own a business in Lakeland. The interesting thing with Lakeland is that there's like two different Lakeland is essentially two different vibes, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that they call inside the triangle, and there's one that's outside the triangle. And
Mm-hmm.
basically the triangle is like I-4 and
Oh, the
and
Four Corners, something like
US
that.
highway what is it, 98, I think,
Okay.
and a toll road. If you look on the map, there's and you zoom out slightly on Lakeland, you'll see a distinct triangle formed by three highways. And if you're inside the triangle, it's like a really desirable place to live. And if you're
Mm-hmm.
outside the triangle, it's not so much.
I
Okay.
Now
like
that depends on the
Lakeland
price
both
point,
though.
of course. Like
The
if you're,
fact that it's even in between like Tampa and or I mean, yeah, I would, and then again you got Sam now, right? He's kind of like a little bit local somewhat. So I like Lakeland, dude.
yeah, Lakeland is awesome. Lakeland is a good market. People
But
live in Lakeland and drive to Tampa because the Tampa, prices and Tampa insurance has gotten out of control more so than property prices. Our homeowners insurance has gotten out of control.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
the
way too
bad
many
thing.
claims
I tell
after
people all
Milton.
the time if you can find